need to have some water, a TheraBand. I have 3-pound weights and a mat. If you don't have anything, you're completely fine. We will get through everything without any equipment at all. So thank you guys for showing up, and let's get started. So we're just going to start with a warm up, and we're just going to start marching slowly. Just bringing your legs up, moving your upper body a little bit. Hi, Sarah. I see you. I think you have your mic off. And take that a little bit wider. And bring it back in. And bring it up a little higher this time. Alternate hand to knee. And now let's take it, your arms wide. And you're rocking on your feet a little bit, opening your chest, getting your back and your shoulders a little bit more warm. Hi, Kitty.
Hi.
Welcome. And now roll up on your toes. Let's do a little bit of calf raises, just 5. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now let's do some heels to the front. Let's warm up our hips because we have a lot of hip work coming. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. And to the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's roll our shoulders back for 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and front for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we start every week with posture. So we're going to do that today. So both feet should be about right under your hips. Parallel, your toes pointing forward if you can. Standing nice and tall, plumb line pulling you up nice and tall. One hand behind your head, the other on your chin. Push your chin back into your hand. Your chin is parallel to the floor. Your head is sitting very nicely on top of your shoulders. Your ears over your shoulders over your hip over your knee, your knees over your ankles. Your belly button's pulled in tight. Your shoulder blades are down and back, nice and relaxed. I will remind you constantly throughout the class to make sure that your posture is good, whether you're sitting or standing, and your belly button is nice and tight. So let's move on to sit to stand, which is also part of our warm-up. You sit towards the edge of the chair, belly button pulled in, feet about shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. And the first set will use our hands. So 1, and sit nice and softly on the chair. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's warm up our feet a little bit more. Let's point and flex for 10. guys if I'm going too fast, if I'm going too slow. If you can't hear me, let me know. So hip width apart or a little bit wider. Sit it up nice and tall. This time we're going to cross our arms across our chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do a little bit more, warm up. So circle out for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And circle in for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to stand up and do some squats. So for those of you who have weights, since we're, as I said earlier, we're in a more advanced part of a phase where we're doing more advanced exercises. If you have weights and want to use them while we do squats, go ahead. You can do goblet squats where you're holding the weights about chest height as you squat down. So if you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and do so. So your feet should be about shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. Belly button's pulled in. You're going to hinge your hips back as you go back. So you're doing 1, you're going to do it sideways. 2, 3, weights on your heels. 4, contract your glutes as you stand up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And before we do calf raises, you do not have to go as low as I do. You can do a quarter squat, a half squat. If you can go all the way down, go ahead, make sure you're safe. If you feel, always go to the point before you feel any pain or discomfort. So let's do our calf raises. Stand it nice and tall. 1, and we're going to rock back on our heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And shake it out for a second. Who else is here? For a second set of squats. Shoulder width or wider. Hinge your hips out as you go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping your chest up as you go back. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set, calf raise. Hi, Susan. Welcome. So let's do our last set of calf raises and heel rocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're wondering why we do the heel rocks, you really do need to strengthen your shins. It's very important in balance. So that's why we do them. So we're going to do side leg lifts, and we're going to superset that with the modified good mornings, but I'll explain more when we get to that. So we're going to start off on the side, standing nice and tall. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I just want to go over the modified good mornings. So you're going to have one toe, just your tips of your toe touching the floor, your knees bent, and you're going to push your hips back and lean forward. You're not pushing your hip down, going down, and you're going to bend from the hip forward as if you're saying good morning to someone. So you're pushing your hips back. That's 1. Belly button still pulled in. Your back is nice and flat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I feel the contraction working in the leg that is straight. You may feel it in the other leg. Either is fine. So I'm switching to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake it out. And we're going to do a second set of side leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And your stabilization point, you don't have to hold on to the chair for dear life. Even just a fingertip or 2 holding on will give you a lot of stability. Or if you want to really advance, try doing it without holding on. Maintaining your posture that's about 3, 4 at the same time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm really starting to feel these in my hips. So let's do our last set of a modified good morning. One knee bent, tips over your toes on the floor, and leaning forward. 1, nice flat back. 2, and you're heading in neutral position. 3, 4, 5, 6, Let's switch over to the other side. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, and right now we are going to do some scapular retractions. So you can do the standing or sitting. I'm going to use weights. If you don't have, I'm sorry, I'm going to use a TheraBand. If you don't have a TheraBand, you could do this without anything in your hand, or if you have some light weights, you could also do it. So what you want to do is keeping your arms at the side. You don't want your arms to fly up. You're just pulling your arms out, and it should be a chest height. And as you pull out, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should really, if you do it without the bands or without weights or a band, you should really feel it. Push out and squeeze your shoulder blades together. So let's do a little bit of chest work because I like to make sure both sides get their work. Elbows at shoulder height, your hands are at chest height. You're pushing forward. 1, and you can do this without weights. Push through as if you're pushing through water. That's 2, 3, and I'll do that. 4, 5, sit it out nice and tall. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's just roll our shoulders around for a second set. And elbows close to your side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you'll feel this a little bit in your shoulders and your deltoids. So, your last set, the chest press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And put that aside. We're going to do our one exercise on the ground. If it's not comfortable for you to be on the ground, you could do a second set or third set of one of the exercises that we did earlier. We're not going to be here for very long. We're going to do some hip bridges. And hip bridges are great. That's why I decided to include them because they really work your glutes, your core, your hamstrings, your calf. So your back should be nice and flat, relaxed on the floor. Your head is relaxed. Your belly button is pulled in even though you're on the floor. Your feet about hip width apart. Your hands pointed towards your heels. And you're going to pick your hips up, contract your glutes on the up part, and release. 2, 3, 9, and 10. So for the second set last week, I did where your feet were offset. This week, I'm just going to raise your knee up. You could have it straight, or you could have it in a tabletop position. If that's not comfortable, just do the second set with both feet on the floor. So I'm going to have it in a tabletop position, and you're just going to go up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And switch to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that is all that we're going to do on the floor. I'm going to give you a minute to get up and put your mats away if you're using one before we move forward. This is a good time for a water break for me. So the next exercise, oops, I do this every week, is we're going to do lunges. We're going to do a front lunge and a back lunge. So you always go to the point, as I said earlier, before you feel any pain. You do not have to bend your knee all the way down. And if it's a problem bending your knee at all, you just do a big step in the front and a big step in the back. So I want to give everyone options, and they're all valid, and they will work your lower body muscles. So pick the one that's best for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake it out and switch to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we will superset this with a tandem stance and a lateral raise. So I'm going to have my left foot in front. You could, I'm going to do this off on the side a little bit. If it's too difficult for you to have your heel directly touching your toe, you can put your foot up, forward a little bit, or off to the side a little bit, just a little bit smaller than your normal base of support to challenge yourself. So, standing nice and tall, belly button moving. 1, not higher than shoulder height. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put this off to the side. I can't see you, Sarah.
What? Can you see me?
We're going to do our second set of front and back lunges. So I'm going to start off in the front, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you know, for my last set, I'm just going to do a big step. So I'm going to start off a big step to the front. You can continue to do the lunges if that's comfortable for you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And hi, Charlene. Welcome. So let's do our last set of tandem stands. This time I'm going to have my right foot in front. Once again, if you need a little bit more space than just your heel touching your toe, go ahead and make it as safe and comfortable for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put the weights off to the side. So we're going to do another advanced move. And for those of you who were here at the beginning, we've been doing a lot of advanced strength and balance moves for the past few weeks. And next week, I'm going to bring back some basics. But this week, we're going to stay with the advanced move. And I'll still keep some of the advanced stuff in next week, but we'll just add a few more basic things. It's always good to revisit the basics. So just going to move off to the side a little bit. We're doing a side lunge. So you're going to push off and step to the side. The leg that you move out bends and you push your hip back, keeping your chest nice and high. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I forgot to tell you, once again, if this is hard for you, just a big step also in this exercise and bringing it back. You don't have to bend your knees. Just try to keep your chest up, your heart up. So let's do the second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this one I'm going to just go a big step over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to superset this with bicep curls and a very slow march. So I want this alternating knee and bicep curl. So I'm going to start with my left hand and my right knee up. 1, 2, your elbows close to your side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do our last set of side lunges. I'm going to give you guys a break. Look good, everyone. So let's start off I'm going to start off with my left leg going out. So 1, chest up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the last side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of bicep curls. So this time I'm going to have my start with my right leg and my left arm. Elbows close to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put these off to the side. So I got to practice this with Sarah in person the other day. We're going to do a little bit of coordination exercise. We're going to do braiding. It's similar to a grapevine that you do in a aerobics class, but we're going to do much smaller steps. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to do it on a diagonal so you can have a little bit more room here and you can see me a little bit better. I'm going to start with my right foot over my left foot. Bringing my left foot front, my right foot behind, my right foot in front, my right foot behind, and my right foot in front. Now I'm going to go back, my left foot behind, my left foot in front, my left foot in front, and my left foot behind. Let's do that one more time. So I'm going to start this way and start with my left foot in front, my left foot behind, my left foot in front, and my left foot. I'm sorry, I just screwed that out. My left foot in front. And this time we're going to go back with the right foot. My right foot started. Right foot in front. Right foot behind. Right foot in front. Right foot behind. And right foot in front. And we're going to continue with some strictly balanced exercise. We're going to do tandem walking. If you need to be close to your chair, make sure you're at least a hands length away from your chair. And with this exercise, there are no A pluses for this exercise. Just do your best. Even a fingertip or two of your chair will help you if you need some stability support. So stand in nice and tall. For really works here. And I'm going to start with my right foot. And we're just going to do that. Hands out with a tightrope walker will really help you. And I'm going to go backwards. If you need a little bit more space between your toe and your toe, go ahead. And shake it out. We're going to do that one more time. So. And let's go backwards. we are moving on to high knee with a rotation. And it's nice to get a rotation exercise. Works your core, works your obliques, and it great balance exercise. Do it without holding on. Go ahead. So if you have any spinal issues or arthritis in the back where it's hard to bend, you just have your hand up and just bring your knee up, or just twist if that's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're supersetting this with a tricep. Your knees should be slightly bent. You're just leaning forward a little bit. Your hands are behind you, your palms facing away from you. And we're just going to take 10 small pulses back. That's about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should really feel those in your triceps. I think I feel those more than a tricep kickback. It's our last set of high knee with a twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. And our last set of pulses. So, by the way, when you do this, make sure your belly button's pulled in and your back is still nice and flat, even though you're leaning forward a little bit with a slight bend in your knee and a neutral head position. So, palms facing back. I'm just going to pulse for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put those away. Before we get to my favorite thing, we're going to do some single leg standing. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but when we do the slow marches with the bicep curls, we're kind of practicing for this particular exercise. So, you know, when you're doing the very slow marches, every time your foot is off the ground, you're doing a single leg stance. This time, however, we're going to hold it for a 10 count. So I'm going to have my knee in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if you need to hold on, just a fingertip or two will give you a little bit more stability. Great posture. Let's do the other side. I'm going to have my leg in front again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. Is everyone ready? So let's do a hamstring stretch. Belly button pulled in. Your leg out straight. Flex your foot. Your toes should be pointing towards your face. And lean forward. If you can reach your toes, just pull it towards your face a little bit more. You should feel an extra stretch in your and sides. And if you have hip or knee problems, you can stretch at your crossing your leg over at your shin and just pull it gently on your other knee, or all the way over. If you could do a figure four stretch, which is what I'm going to do, push down gently on the inside of your knee and lean forward. You'll feel a stretch in your hip of the leg that's on top. And switch over to the other side. And let's do a lower back stretch. So feet nice and wide. Make sure you're stable, sitting stably on the chair. Lean forward. Your back is still flat and your chest is up. You're not rolling your upper body over. You should just feel a gentle stretch in your lower back. Let's stay here a couple more seconds. And then just walk over to one foot and you'll feel the stretch concentrated inside on your lower back. And walk over to another foot. If you're suffering from some lower back pain from sitting around a lot, this is a great stretch. And gently roll up. So let's stretch our hip flexors. Have my leg across the chair in a 90-degree angle, both of them. You're pushing the hip of the leg that's back forward, raising that same arm, and turning towards the back of your chair. And switch over to the other side. Pushing that hip forward, raising the same arm of the back leg rather, turning towards the back of your chair. And stand up. Put your hands on the chair, and your knees should be soft. You're pushing your hips away from your hands. You're not pulling the chair, you're just pushing your hips away. It's a great posterior stretch. You should feel it in your back, in your glutes, in your hamstrings, all the way down to your calf. Then we go up. Stretch our shoulders. And switch sides. And stretch your triceps. Switch sides. Let's take the time today to stretch our hands a little bit, our arms, a lot of compute moves. So my wrist is just, my hand's just bent down, and you're just going to push gently on it. Feel a forearm stretch. And switch to the other, your fingers pointed up. And pressing gently on the back of them. And switch sides. And reach your fingers up. Stretch our neck. So shoulders facing forward and looking to the right. And now I'm looking down. And to the other side. Looking down. And let's roll our shoulders forward for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And to the back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to end how we started with posture. So your feet are about hip width apart, your toes are pointed forward, you're standing nice and tall. Tongue line pulling you up straight and tall. One hand behind your head, the other on your chin. Push your chin back into your hand. Your chin is parallel to the floor. Your head is sitting very nicely on top of your shoulder. Your ears are over your shoulder, your shoulders over your hip, your hips over your knee over your ankle. Your belly button's pulled in nice and tight, and your shoulder blades are down in the back, nice and relaxed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I can see.
Thank you, Janice. It was great.
Thank you so much.